Today I'm here to talk to you about the top 10 things you should know before moving to Camarillo. Hi everyone, Mike Tilford here, your forever agent serving Ventura and Los Angeles counties. So I've lived in Ventura County for most of my life, but Camarillo has a special place in my heart. You see, I grew up here and graduated high school here. Look at that handsome fellow. I witnessed this city grow firsthand from a smallish farming and agricultural community to what it is today. A lot has changed over the years, so let's get into this. If Camarillo is known for one thing, it's the Camarillo State Mental Hospital. The hospital first opened its doors in 1936 and was a public psychiatric hospital for both the developmentally disabled and mentally ill. It didn't shut down until 1997. However, it gained notoriety with the band The Eagles and their 1977 album entitled Hotel California. It has been speculated that the Hotel California is actually a reference to the Camarillo State Mental Hospital. You can check out any time you like, but you can never leave? Maybe it was. The hospital campus was redeveloped and reopened in 2002 as the California State University Channel Islands, or C-Sucky for short, and I'm sure you can come up with a joke for that. Why they named it Channel Islands rather than Camarillo, well, your guess is as good as mine, but it was most likely named after the Channel Islands, a chain of 8 islands located right off the coast, rather than the city by the same name. But then again, what do I know? If you don't know Camarillo because of the mental institution, then it's because of the outlets. The Camarillo Premium Outlets is basically just one big outdoor mall. There's over 160 stores including Burberry, Coach, Gucci, Prada, and Louis Vuitton, just to name a few. The mall attracts millions of annual visitors from all over California, out of state, and even internationally. The city of Camarillo was named after its founders, brothers Juan and Adolfo Camarillo. The Camarillo Ranch House, constructed in 1892 by Adolfo, is the oldest standing residence within the city and a monument to his family's legacy. The home itself is a 6,000 square foot, 14-room Queen Anne Victorian. Although originally the home stood at the edge of what was once a 10,000-acre ranch, it currently stands on a mere 4.5 acres. The ranch was gifted to the city of Camarillo in 1997 and was renovated by the Camarillo Ranch Foundation, a nonprofit established to maintain the residence 2 years later. The ranch is considered an historic site and is available for community events, school field trips, weddings, private parties, and film shoots. All proceeds go towards the maintenance and preservation of the historic property. The foundation also offers guided tours in and around the property for those that want to learn more about the property firsthand. Camarillo Airport is home to the annual Wings Over Camarillo Air Show. Wings Over Camarillo offers a wide variety of air show performances, both in the sky and on the ground. But it's not all about the sky. This family-friendly annual event does feature thrilling acrobatics, but it also features a classic car show, a parade, and hands-on learning at the STEM Pavilion. I'll post a link down in the description to their website. There you can see when the next air show is scheduled to take place, as well as the scheduled lineup. Speaking of aircraft, one of the most unique attractions in the city of Camarillo is the commemorative Air Force World War II Aviation Museum. It is also located at the Camarillo Airport, and their mission is to preserve, maintain, display, and fly World War II aircraft. The museum consists of two 15,000 square foot hangars and a newer almost 33,000 square foot hangar complex that serves as a museum hangar and a maintenance and restoration hangar. The museum has everything you would expect from a World War II museum, including exhibits and memorabilia, but the real highlight is the planes themselves. The museum has 12 World War II era aircraft. Some of the airplanes you are even allowed to sit in, and if you have kids, this is a lot of fun. Hey, even if you don't have kids. You can also take a trip up in the sky with one of the airplanes, although you do need to call ahead to reserve a spot, and you must be 12 years or older and be able to get into and out of the plane on your own. I'll post a link below. So now, before I get to the next 5, I just want to remind you all that I am a real estate agent working out here in Ventura and Los Angeles County. This is my full-time job. This is how I support my wife and daughter. I would love it if you could do me a small favor. Please take a moment and think about whether you know anyone who is planning on moving to Camarillo or the surrounding areas of Ventura or Los Angeles County. If you do, would you be so kind as to either send them this video or send them my contact information? I will be forever thankful. Now let's get back to it. Camarillo is home to the Western Foundation of Vertebrate Zoology. Now I'm sure that you know what vertebrate zoology is, so bear with me while I explain it to the layman here. Vertebrate zoology is the study of animals with a backbone, so fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals. But not your favorite politician, am I right? Because, they don't have spines, yeah? No? Okay, moving on. The museum is home to the world's largest collection of bird eggs, nests, and skins. Now you may be wondering why the museum isn't called the Western Foundation of Avian Zoology. You know, on account of all the birds? Anyway, the museum has around 250,000 sets of eggs totaling more than 1 million individual eggs, representing at least 4,000 bird species from around the world. There are also more than 18,000 nest specimens from around the world, and more than 56,000 skin specimens from over 100 countries. The museum houses a wealth of scientific knowledge that is crucial for research and education. The museum offers in-person guided tours, and reservations should be made ahead of time. I'll link to their website below. Camarillo has a lot of great parks. There are about 28 total throughout the city, but one of the best parks is the Camarillo Grove Park, located at the bottom of the Conejo Grade. This 24.5-acre park used to be a stagecoach stop back in the olden cowboy days, and is home to the oldest tree in the district. The park itself is very rustic and a great place for parties and events. Some notable features are the dog park and the hiking trails. The enclosed dog park is a leashless dog park, so don't bring your fur friend if he doesn't get along with others. It has tons of shade and a doggy drinking fountain. It is open from 7 in the morning until dusk. There are a couple of options for hiking trails. The lower loop is the easier trail with oak trees, sage, and volcanic rock formations. The upper loop is considered a more moderate hike at over 1 mile in length and around a 600-foot vertical rise. The upper loop is the better hike with panoramic views, but some of us are old and in terrible shape and kind of lazy. The lower loop is good too. One thing that's a bit of a bummer is that there are parking fees. The fees are subject to change, but right now it's $3 during the week, $5 on the weekend, and $10 for oversized vehicles on the weekend. But if you're a frequent park visitor, they do sell annual passes for $55. The money is used to help maintain the park, so it's being used for a good purpose. Driving along the 101 freeway near Lewis Road, it is difficult to miss the mission-style church located south of the freeway. The St. Mary Magdalene Chapel is one of the oldest and most recognizable structures within the city of Camarillo, and is still in use to this day. The original structure was constructed in 1913 and has been expanded throughout the years to what it is today. One of the most notable fixtures of the chapel are the 13 stained glass windows, originally ordered by Juan Camarillo during a European trip from a glassblower in Munich, Germany before the start of the First World War. As the war began, hope of ever receiving the stained glass windows looked grim. However, at the end of the war, the windows were located fully intact and were eventually installed at the chapel in 1919. Better late than never. Every Saturday from 8 in the morning until noon, the Camarillo Farmers Market is open at Old Town Camarillo. The farmers market offers locally grown produce, eggs, cheeses, bread, pastries, woodwork, metalwork, jewelry, clothing, pottery, and much more. It's all from local farmers and vendors, and the variety of goods offered changes each week through the seasons. In addition to everything for sale, there's often live music to accompany your shopping. Now during COVID, there hadn't been live music going on, but hopefully things are back to normal soon. And if they don't, and you're watching this from the future in some distant apocalyptic wasteland, how do you still have YouTube? The farmers market in Camarillo is a great reason to get out and start your weekend early, encourage a healthier, locally sourced diet, and support local businesses all at the same time. If you can't make it to the Camarillo Farmers Market on the weekend, don't fear. There are plenty of opportunities to buy farm fresh fruit and vegetables. Despite the fact that Camarillo has grown quite a bit in the past 40 or so years, there's still plenty of agriculture around the city. And although you can buy an assortment of fresh produce, strawberries really steal the show. One of my favorite places to buy fresh strawberries is at Las Posas Berries at the intersection of Somas Road and Las Posas Road. The strawberries are always good because they are fresh picked daily. The fruit stand is open from 9:30 in the morning until 5 in the afternoon, or until they run out of fruit, from Tuesday until Sunday. They do often sell out, so be sure to hit them up early. Well, that's 10 things to know before moving to Camarillo. Thanks for watching, and if you think I've left anything out that someone should know before moving to Camarillo, please leave it down in the comment sections below. That's it for today, and as always, I'm never too busy for your referrals.